Welcome. Let me know if you
I don't
want.
think you were followed.
I think I
Come
got
on,
a clean
I have a
bug around
plan.
here somewhere.
I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy. That would be a bad idea. I'd be too likely to attract the wrong kind of attention. But they don't know you at all yet. The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions? Don't worry about Malborn. He's not a dangerous character like you. But he hates the Thalmor at least as much as I do. He's a wood elf. The Thalmor wiped out his family back in Valenwood during one of their purges that we never hear about. Luckily, they don't know who he really is, or he wouldn't be serving drinks at the ambassador's parties. Let me handle that. You'll have a real invitation, don't worry. As long as you can act the part of a Thalmor toady, you'll get past the guards. That's when the fun starts. You'll have to slip away from the party without raising the alarm. Then you'll need to find Elenwen's office and search her files. Malborn should be able to point you in the right direction. Sounds good. Be careful.
Can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Traitor! You betrayed us! You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his High King. Best she know now, Advar.
You're all hard-headed.
Traitor!
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
On this day, I go to Solengard.
Some gate guard you were!
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you. You're asking me? She promised that she was sending someone who knew what they were doing. If you actually want to get out alive, I'd bring whatever you need to move quietly and kill quickly. Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
Feel free to make requests.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest. Your job is to get into the party without...
I once captained a ship called the Argentine Weeks. She struck an iceberg and sank down.
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor embassy dressed like that. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor embassy dressed like that. So, I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy? Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Fellow latecomer to Ellenwood's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this godforsaken mountain than any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early.
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Your invitation, please. Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are? Have you? All good, I trust. But you have me at a disadvantage. I'm afraid I know nothing about you. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Arinthia
Some say
Red?
the ship suffered damage to...
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
She would never admit such...
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
Have you found it difficult to keep...
What can I get for you? What can I get for you, sir?
staff in my palace?
Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Faith in ourselves and the divines.
We're not supposed to talk to the guests.
Elenwen always throws quite a party. I never miss one if I can help it. You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money. But not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford. Very well, then. There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf. You there!
It's only a matter of time before your whole rotten empire collapses of its own decay.
Need a drink?
No offense.
No, that's not what I'm interested in right now.
I lead the Justiciars. We are charged with enforcing the ban on Talos worship. Nords can be quite stubborn. They're slow to change their ways, and we find more heretics every day. But mark me well. I will purge the heresy from this land as surely as the flame burns the flesh from the bone. There are those in the Empire who would wish to evade their obligations to help root out the Talos heresy. Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics. I am here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the Thalmor. All right, then.
Are the dragons frightening your people as much as they're frightening mine?
I've spent many hours in council meetings lately grappling with that problem.
We must keep faith in ourselves and the divines.
What can I get for you, sir? Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Travel has become dangerous of late. You speak truly. Have you heard any interesting rumors of late?
Well, I did hear that the Argonians have been banned
I'm so
from
glad you could attend to
I hope you're enjoying your... Here you go, sir. Colovian brandy.
Most of them sleep together in one building, and there is
Yeah, The hospitality of the Thalmor embassy is at your service.
It's only a matter of time before your whole rotten empire collapses of its own decay. No offense.
Is the food and drink to your liking?
I suppose so.
There is peace now, and that peace will continue for as long as it suits our needs. But make no mistake, this is not a peace forged out of necessity between rival nations of equal strength. It is more like the calm between storms, and the next storm, I think, will be far deadlier than the last.
interesting not long ago. There were several Khajiit camped outside.
All right, then.
Seems they've been traveling around the whole of Skyrim peddling their wares. You've got to admire their courage, doing something like that with dragons on the loose. A ruler is entitled to luxury, don't you think? The Thalmor understand that. Well, Let's hear it. I trust you don't presume on our friendship. I'm a Jarl after all. I wouldn't want to appear foolish in front of these people.
Heard anything interesting lately?
Sorry. I really can't risk it. I'm sure you can find someone else with a little less dignity.
Greymanes and the Battleborns in Whiterun has grown ugly. Freya Greymane is convinced that the battle.
I hope these parties are a great way to earn a little extra money.
Just between us, I've got more important things to do than attend these meaningless parties. Is it that obvious? I should take pains to seem more happy. I wouldn't want to upset our host. But the truth of it is, I have a mountain of paperwork back in Windhelm, and it's not getting any smaller. I just hope this party doesn't drag on all night. Goodbye.
Victoria!
Take advantage of the fine food and drink. Such things have been scarce since the war began. Well enough, I suppose. Elenwen puts a great deal of effort into these parties, and it shows. I just wonder what her real motivations are. That woman is inscrutable.
Don't worry, Orthus.
Good speaking with you.
Trust me, there's no place better to forge relationships with the movers and shakers of Skyrim.
I relish the challenge.
Oh yes, quite. So many important people from all across Skyrim.
Let's hope that it ends.
Don't let me keep you.
I'll not argue that. Heard any interesting gossip lately?
When I married Torek, he promised we'd go to lavish parties just like this.
Like every blacksmith in
I wish he
Skyrim
were
is
here
out to
now.
prove that he's the equal of Yorlin Greymane. It's not really
I beg
a
your
fair
pardon?
comparison, if you ask me.
You must have me mistaken for someone else. I am Elisif, widow of High King Torek and Jarl of Solitude. Lucky for you, I possess a forgiving nature, and I'm not easily insulted. It was a pleasure, thank you.
These Stormcloaks are nothing more than an armed mob. This war won't last much longer.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here? Ah, pardon me, friend. I didn't see you standing there. Allow me to introduce myself. Rosalind, imports and exports by trade. Observer of human nature by avocation.
Himself that started the rumor. Maybe he thought it would
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
Rebellion is put down, and we once again have peace.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend.
The feud between the Greymanes and the Battle.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine. Stand back and behold my handiwork. Attention, everyone! Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Elenwen, our mistress. I speak figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely.
Let's go, before anyone notices us.
Bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course. Fine, fine. Get your hands on.
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Come, Malcolm. You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Zavani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Come on. If someone misses me at the party, we're both dead.
To your liking.
Everything.
Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed. Good luck.
Did you see those robes
You're on your own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages just in from Alinor. I guess herself is finally getting worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah, good. I've been wondering how we were supposed to defend this place from a dragon. Did you hear something?
I need that money. I earned it. I have my own expenses, you know.
Silence! Do not
Someone
presume,
there.
sir. You are most useful, but do not presume. We have other informants who are...
I'm going to put you down!
You're dead.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it. What? Who? What do you want then? Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere. No problem. Thanks for springing me. I owe you. Look me up in Riften if you make it out. I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out. Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or you both die.
Never mind.
Silence,
I'm dead
traitor.
already.
Move. Slowly.
Get it!
Thalmor won't be hunting me for the rest of my life. I hope it was worth it.
Seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear is safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons. You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Ironic, right? The old enemies assumed that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons, if anybody does. Do they know where he is? Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.